For 6 years, Alex had built a name for himself as one of the sharpest forex traders in Nairobi. His reputation? Unmatched. His instincts? Razor sharp. And his portfolio? A fortune. But everything changed the day he was offered the deal of a lifetime. It started with an email. "We have a private client interested in your skills. No risk. Guaranteed profit. Let's meet." Alex ignored it. Too good to be true. But the emails kept coming, and the numbers they mentioned were hard to ignore. Eventually, curiosity got the better of him. The meeting was in a penthouse suite at a 5-star hotel. The client? A man named Ethan. Soft-spoken, well-dressed, and impossibly calm. He slid a folder across the table. "Inside is $2 million. Trade it for me. You keep 30% of the profits. One condition, no questions." Alex hesitated. He had worked with high-net-worth individuals before, but this was different. The amount was too large. The secrecy was too tight. But greed has a way of silencing doubt. He shook Ethan's hand. "Deal." Alex moved the money into a carefully crafted trading algorithm, one he had spent years perfecting. In 48 hours, he had turned the $2 million into $2.8 million. Ethan was impressed. More money followed. By the end of the month, Alex was handling $10 million. That's when things got strange. One evening, his trading account showed an extra $5 million, money he hadn't received from Ethan. He tried to call, but Ethan was unreachable. The next day, the money vanished. Every last cent. Panicked, Alex rushed to Ethan's office, but the receptionist looked confused. "Ethan?" she repeated. "We don't have anyone by that name." Alex felt his stomach drop. No one in the building had ever heard of Ethan. The next morning, Alex's bank accounts were frozen. His passport? Flagged. A call from his lawyer confirmed his worst fear. "Alex, there's a warrant out for you. Fraud. Money laundering. And the amount? $50 million. What?" Alex's mind spun. He had only handled $10 million. Where did the rest come from? Then, the final blow. The news broke that evening. Forex trader under investigation for multi-million-dollar scam. And in the article, a photo of Alex, smiling in his office. Alex knew one thing. He had been set up. He had to prove it. But before he could act, his apartment was raided. He barely escaped. With nothing but a laptop and a phone, he went into hiding. That's when he received a text. "If you want to clear your name, meet me tomorrow. Mombasa Road, 11 a.m. No name, no number, just a location." It was risky. A trap, maybe. But what choice did he have? The next day, Alex arrived at an abandoned warehouse. Inside, a familiar face was waiting. Not Ethan, but Diana, his ex-girlfriend. She was the last person he expected. "Surprised?" she smirked. "You should be." Diana had once been a junior trader at Alex's firm. They had parted on bad terms, but she was never the vengeful type, or so he thought. She tossed a folder at him. Inside, evidence that Ethan didn't exist. The name, the bank transactions, even the penthouse meeting, it was all fabricated. Alex felt his breath hitch. "You did this?" Diana laughed. "Not quite, but let's just say, I knew what was coming. You were always too trusting." She leaned in. "And now? You have two options. Take the fall or find the real mastermind before they erase you completely." Alex clenched his fists. He had spent years navigating the unpredictable world of trading. But this was a game he never saw coming. And he was about to play it to win. Diana claimed to know the real culprit. Now, the only way out was to uncover the truth before it buried him alive. Alex wasn't about to take the fall for someone else's crime. With Diana's help, he pieced together the details. The $50 million fraud wasn't just about stolen money, it was a sophisticated laundering scheme. Ethan had been a ghost identity, created to funnel illegal funds through Alex's trading portfolio. The real question was, who was behind it? Diana handed him a flash drive. "I stole this from someone powerful. Look through it carefully." The files contained financial transactions, offshore accounts, shell companies, and a name that made Alex's blood run cold. Elijah. Alex exhaled sharply. Elijah was a billionaire, known for backing Nairobi's biggest businesses. He had political ties, law enforcement connections, and, apparently, a hidden operation worth millions. "Why frame me?" Alex demanded. Diana crossed her arms. Because your trading algorithm was the perfect cover. You turned real money into clean money without even knowing it. Alex clenched his fists. Then we expose him. Diana's face darkened. It's not that simple. If we move too fast, we'll disappear before we get the chance. Alex wasn't willing to wait for a perfect plan. I'm going after him. 2 days later, Alex tracked Elijah to an exclusive members-only club in Karen. Dressed in a stolen waiter's uniform, he slipped inside, carrying only his phone and the flash drive. Elijah sat at a private table, surrounded by bodyguards. He looked calm, in control, the way men like him always did. Alex walked straight up to him and dropped the flash drive onto the table. I know what you did, he said, voice steady. You used me to clean your dirty money. But now, I have proof. Elijah picked up the flash drive, turning it between his fingers. Then he smiled. Impressive, he said, but you made a mistake coming here. He nodded at his guards. Before Alex could react, 2 men grabbed him, dragging him toward the back exit. Diana's voice crackled in his earpiece. Alex, get out of there, now. Alex struggled, but the guards were too strong. They forced him into a black SUV, locking the doors. You should have walked away, one of them muttered. Alex's heart pounded. He had played this all wrong. Then, suddenly, boom, the SUV lurched forward. Glass shattered. Outside, chaos erupted. Another explosion. Closer this time. Through the smoke, Alex saw Diana in a stolen car, ramming into the SUV with all her force. Move, Alex, she yelled. Using the distraction, Alex kicked open the door and bolted. Gunshots rang out behind him, but he didn't stop. He dived into Diana's car just as she slammed on the gas. As they sped away, Diana smirked. Still trust too easily, huh? Alex exhaled. Not anymore. They couldn't run forever. Elijah would hunt them down unless they took him out first. But Alex had an idea. They needed someone who had more power than Elijah, someone untouchable. The media. Alex contacted an investigative journalist known for exposing high-level corruption. With the evidence on the flash drive, the journalist agreed to go live with the story. Within 24 hours, Elijah's name was all over the news. Bank accounts were traced, offshore transactions linked, and law enforcement forced to act. Elijah had built an empire on secrecy. But now, his empire was crumbling. The aftermath. A month later, Alex sat in a quiet cafe in Zanzibar, staring at the ocean. His name had been cleared. The real culprit exposed. And while Elijah had disappeared before he could be arrested, his reputation was destroyed. Diana sat across from him, sipping her coffee. So what now? Alex smiled slightly. I start over. She raised an eyebrow. No more easy deals? Alex laughed. No more stupid deals. They clinked their glasses together. For the first time in a long time, Alex was free. But deep down, he knew, somewhere out there, Elijah was waiting. And one day, their paths would cross again. But next time, Alex would be ready. If this story captivated you, be sure to subscribe to Tales by Reddy for more thrilling stories such as this. Share your views in the comments below. See you in the next one.